Alright, y'all, let's talk about Remnant 2's new boss rush mode and new DLC, The Dark Horizon. Remnant 2's last and final DLC for Remnant 2. It is very unlikely they'll throw in any more DLC or expansions. They'll probably throw in a few patches here and there to fix bugs and fix any game-breaking things that may be found. But what they have here is pretty solid. Alright, so Remnant 2's DLC finally completes the Triumvirate. It completes all three DLCs, and when going through the game, you will have a plethora of randomized events and areas for you to actually explore. And if you're just jumping into Remnant 2, oh boy, you're going to be so lost. If you're just jumping into Remnant 2, it's probably going to feel a little overwhelming, so your best option would probably be just going completely blind without looking up anything. And then when you beat the game a few times here and there, you go look up videos and see things here and there that you missed, and then you'll realize, like, oh my god, there's so many secrets in this game. And yeah, because there's a lot of secrets. There's so many secrets in this game. It is surprising. Just wait until you find out how to get the Archon class, because that's fun. Alright, so Remnant 2's boss rush mode. Boss rush mode seems really fun and really rewarding as well. There's a ton of unique items and weapons hidden behind this boss rush mode. So I tried a few of the boss rush modes. There's three. There is where you fight 3 bosses, where you fight 6 bosses, and then there's the gauntlet, where you fight 19 bosses. Wait, that says 19! Hold up, I just looked in the top right. On the map it says 19. The boss gauntlet is 19 bosses in a row. So every difficulty seems to have somewhat different item rewards for this. So there are going to be different rewards if you beat the game on Novice or Veteran compared to beating it on Apocalypse. There are going to be slightly different rewards when beating it. And each of the 3 modes is going to have some different rewards as well. Obviously the gauntlets, the 19 bosses, is going to have the best rewards. I beat it once on Novice and you got a bunch of rings and a new weapon. So they're definitely hiding a bunch of secrets and trying to reward players for actually testing out and beating these new difficulties and new modes. So in the new boss rush mode, there is a new roguelike mechanic. So every now and then you're going to find these crystals that are going to give you a buff, and after beating a boss you'll also get a choice between a buff. So you can have maximum 5 different buffs, but those 5 different buffs can actually level up 5 times each. So when doing this, make sure that you choose the buffs that you want when proceeding forward, and it will assist you greatly. So if you want to go through this mode focusing mostly on range combat, reload speed, fire rates, you're going to want to wait until those spawn for you, and then you want to choose those. But if you want to focus on a melee attack build, there's melee attack speed and there's melee damage. You'd want to pick those instead of the other choices. So once you lock in the 5 buffs that you get, you will not be able to choose any other buffs in the game, and you can't remove these buffs. But you can level them up. So future crystals and future bosses that you fight, you'll be able to level up the buffs that you did choose previously. So the rewards. I have not yet found every single reward, but I know for a fact the mode that has 3 bosses, 6 bosses, and the gauntlet have different rewards for them. And I got different rewards when playing on different difficulties for them as well. So obviously you're going to want to try and beat it on the hardest difficulty, but I am unsure if going straight into Apocalypse and beating it on Apocalypse, the hardest difficulty, is going to yield all of the items from the easier difficulties. Usually this happens, but I am still unsure about that. And I can't wait to see all the fun builds and challenge runs that people try and do in the community. But anyway, this seemed like a very fun addition that was definitely needed. They didn't have to add this mode, but the fact that they did for the last DLC before they leave the game and go on to their next projects is a very good thing for them. In Remnant 2, because there are so many secrets and hidden things and hidden ways to defeat bosses, hidden ways to complete little side quests here and there, I probably won't be able to get everything, but I'll try a little bit here and there and give some tips and tricks. And I may make a few little videos here and there of Remnant 2, some tips and tricks and stuff like that. Alright, I'm excited to see how other players use the tools that has been given to them, how they use it in this game and in future content. Anyway, that's all for me. If you enjoy this, don't subscribe to the video. I am not a content creator. All right, thanks. Peace.